Hello, young dreamers. Are you comfortable and ready for another adventure? Tonight, we'll journey into a tale from Japan called The Straw Millionaire. It's a story about luck, kindness, and the unexpected twists of fate. Close your eyes if you like, snuggle in tight, and let's set sail on this magical journey through rice fields, bustling markets, and serene temples. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village in Japan, there lived a poor but kind-hearted farmer named Taro. Taro lived in a simple wooden cottage surrounded by lush green fields and a small garden where he grew vegetables. Despite his poverty, Taro was content. He worked hard every day, tilling the land, caring for his crops, and feeding his chickens. Though he owned very little, his heart was full of goodwill. One warm summer evening, after a long day of work, Taro sat on the steps of his cottage, watching the sun set over the distant mountains. He sighed softly. "I wish I could be fortunate enough to improve my life, even just a little." The gentle rustle of leaves and the distant chirp of crickets filled the air, lulling Taro into a peaceful slumber. That night, Taro had a dream, a vivid, colorful dream. He found himself standing in a beautiful garden filled with cherry blossom trees, their petals dancing in the wind. In the center stood a wise old monk with a serene smile. "Taro," the monk said kindly, "your heart is pure, and your wishes are heard. Tomorrow, your fortune will change. Keep what you find and cherish each gift as it comes." Taro awoke with the monk's words echoing in his mind. With the morning light streaming through the window, he felt a renewed sense of hope and determination. As Taro set out for the fields that morning, he stumbled upon a single piece of straw lying on the road. Remembering the monk's advice, he picked it up and tucked it behind his ear. "I wonder if this straw holds some hidden magic," he mused with a smile. Soon after, a noisy horsefly began buzzing around his head, and without thinking, Taro caught it gently in his hand. He tied the horsefly to the straw, creating a playful makeshift toy. "It's a small start," he chuckled to himself, "but perhaps it will bring more than it seems." As Taro continued his walk, he met a young child crying by the roadside. The child's mother was trying to comfort him, but with little success. "What seems to be the trouble?" Taro asked kindly. "He dropped his toy into the river and won't stop crying," the mother explained with a sigh. Taro thought for a moment and then offered the straw and horsefly toy to the child. The child's eyes lit up with delight as he took the toy, giggling at the buzzing horsefly. In gratitude, the mother handed Taro 3 juicy oranges. "These are from our orchard," she said. "Thank you for your kindness." Taro accepted the gift, feeling a warm glow in his heart. "Thank you," he replied. "May your days be filled with joy." Feeling cheerful, Taro continued on his way, holding the oranges carefully. As he approached a bustling marketplace, he encountered a weary merchant resting by the roadside. The merchant eyed the oranges with longing. "I've traveled far and haven't eaten all day," he said, wiping his brow. Taro, remembering the monk's advice, offered the merchant the oranges. "Please take these," he said. "They'll refresh you." In return, the grateful merchant offered Taro a bolt of exquisite silk. "This is a fine trade," the merchant insisted. "Your kindness is worth more than gold." Taro accepted the silk, marveling at its vibrant colors and soft texture. "Thank you," he said, bowing respectfully. "May your journeys be safe and prosperous." As Taro ventured further, he encountered a noble samurai leading a tired-looking horse down the road. The samurai glanced at the silk with appreciation. "What a splendid piece of silk," the samurai remarked. "It would make a perfect gift for my wife." Taro, sensing an opportunity, replied, "This silk is yours if you wish, noble samurai." The samurai smiled, pleased with the offer. In exchange, he handed Taro the reins of his horse. "This horse has served me well," the samurai said, "but it needs a new home and care." Taro was astonished by the trade. He bowed deeply. "Thank you, noble sir. I will care for the horse with all my heart." With gratitude, Taro watched as the samurai departed, leading the horse gently. With the horse at his side, Taro journeyed on until he reached a neighboring village. There, he met a farmer standing anxiously by a dry and barren rice field. "I fear my crop is lost without water," the farmer lamented, glancing at the sky. Taro, ever resourceful, offered, "Take my horse to fetch water from the river. It can help you save your fields." In exchange for Taro's generous offer, the farmer led him to a lush green rice field nearby. "I owe you more than I can repay," the farmer said. "Please take this field as a token of my gratitude." Taro was overwhelmed by the farmer's gift. "You are most generous," he said. "May your fields always be fertile and your harvests bountiful." As Taro cultivated his new field, his fortunes continued to grow. His kindness and good fortune became known throughout the land. One day, a wealthy landowner approached Taro, impressed by his story. "I hear you are a man of great luck and greater kindness," the landowner said. "Would you be interested in exchanging your field for something greater?" Curious, Taro replied, "What do you propose, sir?" The landowner smiled. "I offer you a large estate, complete with a house and gardens. Your field will be a perfect addition to my lands." Taro could hardly believe his ears. "I accept your generous offer," he said, bowing deeply. "Your estate will be cherished." With that exchange, Taro became not just a farmer, but a landowner himself. Taro's journey from straw to wealth spread far and wide. He became known as the Straw Millionaire, a symbol of how kindness and wisdom could bring about great fortune. To celebrate his newfound prosperity, Taro hosted a grand feast at his new estate. He invited friends, neighbors, and all those who had helped him along his journey. The feast was filled with laughter, music, and joy. Under lantern-lit trees, Taro shared stories of his journey, emphasizing the importance of gratitude and generosity. Fortune is like the river, Taro told his guests. It flows where kindness guides it and returns tenfold to those who give freely. As the evening drew to a close, Taro noticed a familiar face in the crowd. It was the wise old monk from his dream. "You have done well, Taro," the monk said, his eyes twinkling. "You have shown that with a kind heart and open mind, even the smallest gift can grow beyond measure." Taro bowed low, his heart full of gratitude. "Your guidance was my first treasure," he replied. "I am forever grateful." The monk smiled before disappearing into the night, leaving Taro to his well-earned happiness. Moral of the story: kindness and generosity can create a ripple effect of good fortune. Sometimes the smallest beginnings can lead to the greatest outcomes. True wealth lies in the friendships and goodwill we cultivate along the way. Thank you for listening to the story of the Straw Millionaire. May you always remember that kindness and gratitude can lead to unexpected blessings. Close your eyes now, little dreamers, rest softly, and dream of gentle rivers, kind hearts, and the magic of giving. Good night, sweet dreams,